Bro, thanks for choosing this video. Welcome back to this channel, a haven for Chelsea news updates. This time, I present 10 Chelsea news stories on and off the pitch that you probably didn't know.
So, find a comfortable seat and grab a drink. And there's a message from Pedro Neto for those of you watching this video.
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
I hope the number of likes reaches 300, because by liking this video, I'm even more motivated to provide as much news as possible, as interesting as possible for you.
Bro, Alejandro Garnacho's Chelsea starting debut against Lincoln City wasn't as spectacular as everyone had hoped. After a long drama about leaving Manchester United, he finally played 59 minutes in the Carabao Cup. But the results, mixed bag. His stats are pretty good, 100% passing accuracy, one key pass, and even won 80% of his duels. But 0 successful dribbles, only 1 shot, and still no goals or assists. Oh man, Garnacho. He's been called a wonder kid, but why does it seem like he's still adapting? Manchester United fans already started criticizing him last week at Old Trafford, and now Chelsea fans are starting to wonder, is 40 million worth it? Enzo Maresca will certainly give him time, but with a squad this deep, competition on the wings will mean Garnacho will have to work really hard to avoid being a bench player. What do you think, bro? Can Garnacho break through at Chelsea this season, or will he sink like other young players who fail to shine?
Bro, this is really bad. Chelsea struggled to qualify for the 4th round of the Carabao Cup against Lincoln, but goalkeeper Philip Jorgensen is the one in the spotlight. Former Chelsea striker Chris Sutton openly stated, "not convinced," aka not confident in Jorgensen's performance. That's true. Throughout the match, he looked incredibly shaky. Lincoln's crosses made him panic. He mistimed them several times and even looked like he was flapping like a fan. Jeez, bro, Chelsea needs a goalkeeper who calms them down, not makes them nervous. Maresca is still trying to defend him, but the fans are already getting annoyed. Especially last summer, Chelsea could have signed Mike Maignan or Donnarumma, but they didn't. Now the result? Still stuck with an inconsistent Sanchez and an unconvincing Jorgensen. The question is, bro, do you think Chelsea should rush to find a new goalkeeper in January, or give Jorgensen time to prove himself?
Crazy, bro. History was made for Chelsea on the Ballon d'Or stage. Cole Palmer officially entered the world's top 10, finishing in 8th place. From a player once underestimated by City, he's now the heart of the Blues' attack. His goals, assists, and creativity, all of them have brought Chelsea back to the Champions League. And yes, the world finally takes their hats off to Palmer. But it's not just him, bro. Esteban, aka Messinho, is also causing a stir. After just a few months of playing in Europe, he already finished 4th in the Copa Trophy, the award for the best under-21 player, only behind Lamine Yamal, who won another clean sweep, plus Desiree Doué and João Neves. What does that mean? Chelsea has a truly terrifying future up front. Indeed, it was PSG who took home both the team trophy and the coach award. Luis Enrique beat Enzo Maresca for Coach of the Year. It's only natural. PSG swept the French Cup and finally broke the European Cup. Still, Chelsea's name appearing on this list is proof that the Koeman project is starting to be recognized globally. Palmer's already a world-class playmaker, and Esteban is just waiting to become a superstar. Chelsea may not take home the Ballon d'Or this year, but trust me, if progress continues like this, next season could be even more exciting. Bro, I was so nervous watching Chelsea play Lincoln last night. Just imagine, playing against a League One team, but their defense was shaky again. Chelsea finally advanced to the 4th round of the Carabao Cup, but not in a convincing manner. The fans were really uneasy watching the back line, especially the young goalkeeper, Jorgensen, who only made things even more anxious. Malo Gusto even told the BBC, "The way they played, I swear I've never seen it in my life. But that's their quality, and they tried to win. We had to deal with that, and I think we did quite well." It's crazy, right? Even the players themselves were shocked by Lincoln's style of play.
full of long throws and set pieces. Maresca also admitted, "We knew we'd face that style. The second half was much better, and in the end, we won." But what made things even more exciting was the heat in the dressing room. When asked by reporters, "Was there any swearing at halftime?" Maresca replied, "Absolutely." Asked again, "How angry on a scale of 1 to 10? Maresca's answer, "Yes." Bro, this is really Maresca's answer. You can't get angry. You can't be angry like Tuchel before. The fans immediately broke out. That's why I miss Tuchel. At least he can get angry when the team plays dregs. So, Chelsea are through, but if their performance is still like this, the fans might collapse every match. Do you think Maresca should learn to be aggressive like Tuchel, or is it better to just stay calm?
Bro, do you still remember the chaos against Manchester United? After just 5 minutes of play, Robert Sanchez was already shown a red card for a one-on-one collision with Nwumo. The referee immediately gave marching orders. Chelsea played with 10 men, and the result? Their first Premier League loss of the season. So many fans are asking, when's Sanchez coming back, bro? Relax. The good news is he's only serving a 1-match suspension. So he'll miss the Carabao Cup match against Lincoln, but he'll be able to make his comeback this weekend when Chelsea face Brighton in the Premier League. Meanwhile, Philip Jorgensen was given full trust in goal against Lincoln. Maresca even said he promised Jorgensen that he'd play in the Domestic Cup, the Premier League, and even the Champions League. Wow, what confidence from the coach. But honestly, Jorgensen's performance still makes fans nervous, especially considering his often shaky backline. So, what do you think? Is it better to let Sanchez start again against Brighton, or give Jorgensen a chance to build his confidence?
Bro, this is crazy. Enzo Maresca just said something that should put Chelsea fans on edge. After a hard-fought 2-1 win against League One side Lincoln City, he said Chelsea lacked desire in the first half. Maresca went berserk in the dressing room, prompting the players to come off early in the second half. Sure enough, they scored 2 quick goals through Tyreek George and Facundo Buonanotte. But still, Maresca's words were very telling. You have to play a game like this differently. You have to have more desire. Now, the real test lies this weekend against Brighton. A win is a must, or Chelsea will slip even further down the table. So, do you think Maresca is just talking to motivate them, or is there a mental health issue within the Chelsea team?
Bro, hot news again from Nicholas Jackson. The Chelsea striker, currently on loan to Bayern, is apparently adamant about staying in Germany permanently. Wow, serious? So Bayern initially paid 16.5 million euros for the loan, with a 65 million euro buyout clause if Jackson plays 40 games this season. But his agent said there's also an outright purchase option without having to wait for 40 games. What does that mean? If Jackson performs well, Bayern can immediately buy him this summer. And Chelsea, they relaxed because they've already brought in Emmanuel Emega from Strasbourg to replace Jackson. So it seems it's pretty much guaranteed that Jackson won't be returning to Stamford Bridge next season. But do you think Jackson would be a long-term fit at Bayern, or will Chelsea regret letting him go so soon? Bro, it's so crazy. Chelsea finally qualified for the 4th round of the Carabao Cup after a hard-fought 2-1 victory over Lincoln City. But what's so exciting isn't just the result, it's the 2 young stars who saved the Blues. Academy product Tyreek George paved the way for a comeback with a stunning half volley. It's crazy, this kid looks like he's playing futsal in the park. And Facundo Buonanotte, just his 2nd start of the season, he immediately scored the winning goal. And you know what Enzo Maresca said? Buonanotte is very good. Chelsea were terrible in the first half, even getting booed by their own fans. But after being scolded by Maresca in the dressing room, they really came out firing in the second half. Now, the question is, bro, do you think George and Buonanotte deserve to start against Brighton this weekend? Or should they still be super subs for now?
Bro, there's been a lot of fuss about Raheem Sterling and Axel Disasi being added to Chelsea's bomb squad. Many say it's abuse from the club, but seriously, where's the abuse coming from?
They're still paid hundreds of thousands of pounds a week, stay in luxury accommodations, and not playing because their performance is poor. That's a luxury vacation, not abuse. Honestly, Sterling, who earns £325,000 a week, hasn't made an impact in a long time. Last season, he threw a tantrum when he was benched, but when he played against Arsenal, no contribution. Disasi is the same, coming in for a lot of money but never really being solid. If his performance isn't up to par, it's understandable that the club benches him. Now, what's even funnier is that some are taking this to the level of a humanitarian issue. Well, being told to sit tight while still being paid billions every month is abuse, bro. So, what do you think, bro? Do Sterling and Disasi deserve a sympathy, or was Chelsea right to kick them to the bomb squad?
Bro, this is crazy. Chelsea is going all out again in the transfer market. This time, the target is River Plate's young winger, Ian Subiabre. He's only 18, but he's already on the radar of top European clubs, including Barcelona. Apparently, Chelsea has already started direct contact with the player's representatives to pave the way for a transfer. River Plate actually wants to keep him until 2027, but contract negotiations are at a standstill, bro. They want his release clause increased from 30 million to 100 million. Isn't that crazy? Meanwhile, Subiabre's agent only wants a small increase to 35 million to 40 million. Well, this is where Chelsea could step in. If the deal is actually only 30 million, it would be like a cheap jackpot for a talented Argentine player. The question is, bro, do you think Subiabre would be a good fit for Chelsea? Or would he be a failed project like other young players before him?